Oh, do we want to take the time to do this? To go into what situations come to mind? We've explored a number of them. What's your thinking, Paul and Sue? We're
I
getting
think we
close.
should give it a couple of minutes
Okay.
because I think people can raise issues in a small group that they may
Yeah.
not be comfortable doing. So shall we try to go back to the same ones as before?
Sure.
Just making sure that if you were lost and lonely, I'll make sure you're somewhere.
Okay. All right.
Okay, 1 second. Just give me half a second.
Or whatever's easiest for you, Sue.
Oh no, I'm getting better at this. Kind of. Okay, 1 second.
I think we're way past what's easy for Sue. And she is still going.
She's going. Got
Yeah,
it.
well,
She's a
okay.
very capable person.
There she
Well,
is. I'll say.
Thanks. I'm not going to give up my day job, though. Okay, here we go.
Hey, we're back. We're back.
We got
Ryan is here
with
this
us.
time. Oh, that's good. Yeah. So, and Laura is here, and we've lost Ian this time. But yeah, any of your thoughts about these guidelines? Are they too restrictive? Too what are you thinking, Trevor?
They're all necessary, I think, and
Okay.
we need to think of scenarios beforehand, really, because it's tough to make
Yeah.
decisions in real time when something does happen. So I think it's a good exercise to actually think about
Joanne.
these situations. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
anyways,
Any scenarios come to your mind?
I don't know if someone's itching for drugs or itching for, I don't know, if they're asking for, do you know a place where I could score, or do you know someone that I could get something? Then yeah, that's something that needs to be flagged and needs to be discussed. So this dismiss group is not meant for people to score drugs or just to get and introduce you to other people with similar crimes that could cause you to form relationships and form negative experiences and whatnot. So I think, yeah, all these things are important to talk about. So
That is a good. That's a good. It's a good. Yeah. Any thoughts, Ryan? You're not.
No, pretty much summed up what Trevor said. Certain when I first started joining Dismas, to be honest, when I first joined, I guess a lot of the guys there, they didn't really know who I was, so I guess they thought I was an ex-offender as well. And so they opened up right away, and I was getting all these personal stories from everybody. I was like, oh, wow, interesting. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's awesome. And I didn't really know how to react, but later I later told them I was a volunteer and whatnot, and they didn't change their perspective or the relationship.
Yeah.
They continued to be open, but it's just a certain. I don't want them to be too open and leave themselves vulnerable for whatever that I'm legally obliged to do. So I don't know. I think I don't want to tell them that listen, like I don't have to go to the cops. Like I don't want to say that because you want to be their friend, right? But
Yeah.
there has to be a fine line between how open they are with you.
Yep. Thank you. Very good. Laura or Joanne, any thoughts? Any scenarios that come to mind? Laura, have people hit on you when there?
I will say I'm like, yeah, the opposite of Ryan. I think everyone sees me, they're like, ugh, who's this volunteer? And so I think that part of the fun for me is just having conversations because I'm not dumb. Like I can have a conversation with anyone, and
Right.
I don't know. So it's fun to kind of like break those stereotypes down a little bit.
Yeah.
As they break down their stereotypes too, and I think it's been really beautiful. So whether it's at Dismas or on the street somewhere or whatever, like guys can be dumb. That's a thing. And so you just get used to like whatever, you shrug it off or whatever. But the thing that I was gonna say, that as a woman volunteering at Dismas, I think that I tend to just err on the side of caution. So I've asked Harry so many times, like, what about this? What about that? So and so said this. What about this?
Right,
So like
right.
I just go to Harry with everything.
Yeah.
Because I just don't want to get stuck in that situation. Not
Yes,
even for
yeah.
myself, but for everybody attending Dismas. Like, it needs to be a safe space for everyone. And the last thing that I would want is to cause any kind of anything for or put anybody in danger's way, even if that's not the
Yeah.
intention or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just ask. I've learned to ask lots of questions.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a wonderful, real, and authentic place, but it's also tricky. you know, it's also tricky because you're not sure of motives, you're not sure of intents, you're not sure of, and so
Yeah.
by asking, how about you, Joanne? How do you find it in terms of this business of guidelines and safety and so on?
I was thinking, can you hear me?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to switch computers. I was thinking Julianne's suggestion was good as a teacher. So if we get a disclosure in school saying, this is really serious, but we're dealing with adults. So her suggestion of, if you tell me, I'm going to have to report it. So let's go together, because they do know. It's a way, not for help, but whatever. But then involving them, giving them the support so they can then go and reveal it to somebody else. I think that's a really good way of dealing with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that for suicide, for sure, if somebody that's thinking of suicide and reaches out to say something, really means they want the help. Otherwise, they would just keep it to themselves and whatnot. So
Right.
suicide is definitely a hot topic
Yeah.
as far as
Yeah.
That's a really good point. Yeah.
people needing help. So
I think the other thing that I've noticed too is that, kind of going back, like bridging the two things that I said, sometimes I'll pretend that I know the answer, or like seem really confident, but then I'll like go to the bathroom and I'm texting James like, I don't know what to do, this just happened, what do I do? And I'm trying to play cool, but I have no chill and I don't know what to do. It's really funny. So it's just like that poker face of like, yeah, whatever, no big deal. But then removing myself and be like, is that a big deal? Is it not a big deal? I don't know if it's a big deal. How am I supposed to know if it's a big deal?
Oh, I know. And you know something, we may make mistakes too, and that's okay. And boy, I can remember some of the jams I got in when I first started. I took this guy out in a pass, and this is a number of years. I've been around this for a long time, but I took him on a pass, and he was making hits a lot. It took me down Yonge Street, and he was making contacts for dope right under my eyes, and I didn't even.
We're back.
That's so abrupt, isn't it? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, you're so cruel.
Harry was right in the middle of a story. He was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm not going to get the end of it.
Get the hook.
The end of the story was the next day the superintendent of the prison called me and said, and he was ready to throw me out because the guy came back loaded and he was bringing drugs back in the institution, and I was so dumb and so naive, but I'm still here, right? So if you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world, in some ways, but you're not going to. Good sharing. Anyone else want to throw any comments? Ria?
So our group had a lot of good suggestions from, just trusting your gut instincts, and also,
Yes.
if you feel that something's not right, just like deal with it earlier and upfront, as opposed to letting it go on for a while and then getting into that awkward position where now, you've almost let them know that you're okay with it. So it becomes harder to change.
Right.
Once you've put yourself in that spot.
Yeah, and if you've had to confront, if you have to report and confront, it may not be the end of the world. Situations that are redeemable. And honesty is always the way home, I think. and trust in God. Any other comments before we wrap up here shortly?
I was just going to say, I think a lot of it, Harry, is common sense.
Yeah, it is.
You know, when you're being politically correct and you're watching your cues, you're listening
Hey,
more of a friend. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
that's Leroy, right?
Oh,
Leroy.
Winston.
It's Winston.
Hello,
Hi,
Winston. Hi, Winston.
It's
Did
like,
you
hi.
get your ice cream tonight, Winston? Did you get your ice cream cone before bed?
Oh, she's Harry.
Hey, thanks, Uncle Harry.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a-
right.
There's a grandpa in training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Harry will drive it over to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Hi, Winston. Boy, you're a
Harry will look after you when you're bouncing
yeah,
off
it's
the
nice
walls.
to see you, Winston.
Yes, we love each other.
But I'm not a grown man yet.
You're not a grown man yet, no.
Oh no.
That's
You're,
but I am
you're
this
just about that far.
I am this
Five?
Jesus,
Four.
too.
4?
I'm this dog.
Very good.
I'm this tall.
I am this dog. And now I'm this dog.
Very good. Oh, good.
Bye,
Don't do that in a
That's
public.
first.
Okay. Good night, Winston.
That's good. Bye. Good night,
Winston.
Winston.
Jeez, I think you were Zoom bombed there, Doug.
I think so.
What,
We were hijacked. Yeah.
what were you? Can you finish what you were saying?
It was cute. He was really cute, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he's so
That
cute.
was beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was just saying a lot of it's common sense. So you know, I think really, I think the best thing you can do, and I think Jesus was a lot like this, is if he listened. If you listen more, you learn more, right? So let other people share their stories, and at the same time, I think you have to equally share, but within reason. You can't cross that line, obviously. But I think people want to, in order to gain people's trust, it's a little give and take.
Yeah, what you were just saying now reminds me as well. Earlier when we were talking about what kind of prison ministry would you set up based on Luke 24, one of the things that had struck me was that the thief, that Dismas calls out the other thief and he kind of rebukes him. He's like, why are you saying that? Like, don't say that. Why would you say that? Come on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
obviously all of our situations are different. And I don't think that Dismas said that from like I'm a better thief than you are, therefore I get to put you down and rebuke what you're saying. But there's that mutuality and that understanding that we can talk on the same level and kind of be real with each other. And I think part of building relationships, right, is even opening up and saying, listen, if I ever say something horrible, please let me know. Like I've said this to some of my friends at Dismas and just been like, if I ever overstep or ask too much, you just tell me to stop talking and I will stop and I will apologize, because I don't always say the right thing either.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that really does level the playing field right away, right? Because I'm not coming into this like some expert or some know-it-all, like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Call me on it if I'm wrong. And I think that is just a really helpful perspective to take in building any relationship, really, but especially.
Yeah, the Dismas story, it's there's a corrective in community, isn't there? And this kind of in a dynamic community, there's this corrective built in. That's why I think the most important thing is that we don't keep the secrets. We don't isolate. We feel like we have to manage it ourselves. We've got friends in community, and as we can share in their difficult situations of need, of boundary crossing, of whatever it is, of deep situations, life and death, that we have one another, that we can call upon one another. There's a mutuality that's in that story, which I find so beautiful.